So you can write it very easily. So you should know what each of the characters or traits represent. So round is represented by capital R. Okay. What was tall represented by? Tall was represented by capital T. Very good. So wrinkled is represented by small r. Okay. And green is represented by small y. And yellow is represented by capital Y. So why are these small and capital? It is very simple to understand, so that you don't get confused which is the dominant trait and which is the recessive trait. So the dominant trait is usually in capital and the recessive trait is usually in the small case. So here I already told you it occurs in factors occurs in pairs. So you have to write RR. You can see here. Just so that you can see better, I'll use a highlighter. You can see capital R, capital R. What does it say? It says the plant is round. Small y says that your peas are green. And small r says that your peas are wrinkled. And capital Y says that your peas are yellow. So what happens when there is gamete formation? So this process is known as gamete formation. It uses it's one of the characters it takes and uses one of the factors from it. So it takes one capital R from it. From here you take one capital R and one small y, and this is what is formed. Capital R and small y is formed. Now you can take one small r from here and one small capital Y from here. Now how do you do? I'll show you an easy method here. Uh, Here if you have any characters, you can use it for any characters. I'm just showing it for one character. I'll show you what are the other characters. Capital R, small y, small y, small r, and capital Y, capital Y. So you take one R and one Y, you get a capital R, small y, and you get small r, capital Y. So this is how you write the gametes formed. So how do you cross between them? Without, you can't grow a plant. So you need to do it on paper. So as there is no space here, I'll erase this one. Okay. And
Give your imagination wings. If you're willing to write something, what are you waiting for? Share your ideas and thoughts. Let your ideas reach out to millions. Get your articles published through our blogs for free.
so you can just see whatever the small r and small y are present, you can write it in order, or small r and capital R. So capital R come first, then what do we have? We have capital Y and small y. So this is the F1 generation. Then now we have to form other gametes such as, so from this what we get is, we get one gamete as RY. Okay, one gamete we get RY, that is R small y, and one more gamete we get small y, small r, capital Y, and one more gamete we get small r, small y. So you can notice here whatever I've told just now is what is written here. Since there are two parents, it is written two times, and whichever is, and you can make a grid like this, and you can write down all the generations that are going to be formed here, and looking at it, you can also tell if it is a round, wrinkled, yellow or green. So this is the law of inheritance. So what are some other traits that are there in which are considered by Mendel, not are which are there, because there are millions of traits. This is what was considered by Mendel. So you can see the shape of color of seeds, and color of pods, shape of pods, plant height, tall and short, position of the flowers and flower color. So these were the 7 traits that was considered by Mendel. There might be a question about it. At least try to know the traits, and if you know how it is represented, it is given here. It would be so much better to solve a genetic problem.
Register today at KLM Institute for free online classes, revisions, doubt clearance, private online and offline classes, Olympiad exams, and win prizes, scholarships, and much more.
So, in the same way, we can also determine sex. So, later, very later, it was known that the sex chromosomes have two factors, that is X and Y. Male have both X and Y, but female only has X chromosome. So they have two X, and male have one X and one Y. So what happens here is, when the sperm is generated in our body, it is either a X chromosome or a Y chromosome. So if an X chromosome fertilizes with the egg, there a female is born. If a Y chromosome fertilizes with X, there a male is born. So if you think in a broad picture, male are responsible for having a girl or a boy, because the egg is only X chromosome. This is not the deciding factor. Of course, it is not in our control, but the deciding factor is the sperm that goes and reaches the egg first and to fertilize it. So I hope you have understood how sex determination is done. So that was all about laws of inheritance and sex determination. And to explain evolution, I have to explain about Charles Robert Darwin. So he was a greatest scientist, and he is known as father of evolution. So let's see a little bit about his history. Charles Darwin set out on a voyage when he was 22 years old. That is, some of them will continue their education till 22 years old, some of them won't. Let's see. The 5-year voyage, just 5-year voyage, took him to South America and the islands of its coast. The studies that he conducted during his voyage were to change forever the way we look at the variety of life on Earth. Interestingly, after he got back to England, he never left the shores again. He stayed home and conducted various experiments that led him to formulate the hypothesis that evolution took place due to natural selection. This is the most important phenomenon that has happened in Earth. He did not know the mechanism whereby variations arose in the species. He would have been enlightened by Mendel's experiment. So he did not know the laws of inheritance, but these two gentlemen did not know of each other on or their work, because they were busy in their own hypothesis. But it was a boon for us, because we get to understand both of these hypotheses and generate a evolutionary theory. And it was very revolutionary to both genetics and evolution that these figures have done their part.